Bum 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 bum. The Peter Dislike Show. Bum 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 bum. So I poured some moons out of the custom graphite mold that I showed earlier. Turned out a lot better than I had expected. The unfortunate thing is that the details were kind of deep, and so if your mold wasn't hot enough, it didn't always capture all the details. But if it was hot enough, you got some good colors out of it. Some of them weren't hot enough to color. I'll probably do some anodization on it. All in all, not too bad. I had one that, as I was pouring it, I realized I got a piece of slag in there, and so I dumped it out, and this is what I ended up with the crystal. The other ones I just poured it solidly. Uh, and here's a Seder square where I ran into the same problem and ended up with this crystal on the back. Kind of interesting to say. Maybe I'll try some more of these as well, as opposed to just making a solid piece. And I got a crystal. I was doing one of these geodes again when I got a crystal. So here's another. This is a solid one, a Seder square. This one turned out really smoothly, actually. And I'll probably add anodization since I didn't get the colors on it. So I like to think of these as like interplanetary currency. Right? When we finally leave the Earth behind, bismuth is actually more rare than gold throughout the universe. And obviously, the rest of the universe in general is a lot colder than the Earth, so bismuth will be a lot stronger at lower temperatures and much easier to melt than gold, right? Actually, strike that. I think for the Earth as a whole, bismuth still is rarer than gold. The caveat is that bismuth, because it's reactive, you have a lot of bismuth oxide on the surface of the Earth, right? Whereas most of the gold is stuck in the core of the Earth. So chew on that thought. If we have the technology to dig into the center of the Earth, it could be that bismuth is one of the rarest metals out there, right? Or if we have the technology to bring gold back from other planets, we'll probably do other planets before we get to the center of the Earth, right? So, interplanetary currency. By the way, I do tend to think of bismuth as my currency of choice. I'll be shopping or thinking about doing something, and mentally I'll convert the price into how many pounds of bismuth. My colleague and I were discussing something one day, and he was talking about some home improvement and how much it might improve the value of his home. And I said, wow, that's like a ton of bismuth that you could increase the value of your home by, something like that. And he laughed at me. And then he was talking about a trip that he took to somewhere, and he was like, how much bismuth did I spend on that? So that was kind of interesting. But I do tend to, I find it to be helpful as a point of comparison, right? I want to do this thing. It's going to cost me how many pounds of bismuth? And it's not like I completely deny myself all the good things in life. It's just made me more objective about what I want to do. And in terms, I do it with my art project as well. Like when I think about something that I can make, in my mind, I think, how many times face value can I sell it for? That's literally the language that I use in my mind, if you could believe it. This is the Peter Dislike Show. Bum 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 bum. The Peter Dislike Show. Bum 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 bum.